Why a proper heat load calculation is critical to proper comfort with your heating and cooling system. When it comes time to replace your air conditioning system in your home, there's a lot of things that you should go through and do, processes, checks and balances. I'm going to go through a few of them, but the number one thing that you need to make sure the company you choose does is a proper heat load calculation on your system. What is a heat load calculation? A heat load calculation is taking your home, measuring the windows, determining which direction the windows face, considering the insulation in your walls, and if you have an attic, in your attic space, if you're a slab foundation, or if you have a basement, the insulation that's in the basement, which direction your house faces. Just a few of the things that need to be taken into consideration when you replace your heating and air conditioning system. Why? Because you need the right size heating and air conditioning system. It also matters what climate you live in. If you're living in the Midwest, totally different parameters doing a heat load calculation used than if you're living in a desert, let's say Phoenix, Arizona, right? Totally different parameters if you're living in the Southeast. Think Georgia, think Florida, much higher humidity conditions. If you don't have a properly sized system, you are not going to properly heat and cool your home. You are going to use excess electricity and gas if you use gas heat. You're going to use more money and spend more money than you should trying to stay comfortable, and you're not going to achieve it. You're not going to be comfortable. You're going to be miserable. Why? If you size your system inappropriately or improperly, if you have a system that is too small, what's going to happen? That system is going to run constantly, or at least a lot longer than it should, trying to bring down the temperature in your home, trying to bring up the temperature in your home if you're heating. That means more electricity, more gas, depending on the type of system, to heat and cool your home. If your system is too big, now a lot of people think, hey, bigger system, man, it's going to cool my house quicker. No, it's not. Why? Well, there's two types of heat that your system handles. And your system for cooling is not about just lowering the temperature, it's about controlling the comfort. And one of the main things that an air conditioning system does is it removes the humidity from the air. Now, the two heats I'm talking about, you have latent heat and you have sensible heat. Latent heat is the heat that does not really move the temperature on your thermostat. Latent heat is the moisture in the air. You got to pull all of that moisture out of your air to a certain point before you start to drop the temperature. That sensible heat. Think that we feel. You can sense it, sensible heat. So that's why on humid days, if your air conditioner runs a certain amount of time, you get used to how long it takes to bring it down a couple degrees, and then all of a sudden you get into some humid temperatures. Maybe it's rainy or what have you, or you just get a high humidity day. That air conditioning system, you're thinking, why is it not cooling the house? Why is it taking forever? It seems like it's running and running and running. It's trying to bring all that moisture out of the air before it can start dropping your temperature. So what you'll notice on high temperature days or high humidity days is, let's say you're at 72 degrees and you want to go to 68, all right? I know if you're a tree hugger, you're going to flip out going from 72 to 68. Too bad. If you're at 72, you want to go to 68 degrees, and there's a lot of humidity in the air, your system's going to run and run and run and run until it pulls that humidity out. And then it's going to start dropping the temperature. Okay, hey, Patrick, then I should have a bigger system. We'll get that humidity out of the air quicker. No, you won't. Your system will do something we call short cycling, meaning it doesn't run. It pulls it out quickly, drops the temperature quickly, but it hasn't properly pulled the moisture out of the air. So your system short cycles. It runs, then it shuts off. Then it runs, and then it shuts off. It doesn't complete a full, complete cycle to properly cool your home and leave you comfortable. So too small of a system is going to run constantly. A larger system is going to run a lot too, but it's going to run short cycling. Short cycling, think of that. Compressor, the outdoor unit, the heart of your system, pulls a lot of power. On and off, on and off, on and off. What causes wear and tear on a compressor? Many things. but turning it on and off. Just think of your car, starting it, shutting off, starting, shutting off. That's going to cause wear on a starter. On and off is going to cause wear on your compressor. It's built for a certain amount of wear, but when we improperly size a system, it's going to wear much faster. And you're not going to be comfortable. You're going to spend more money than you should. You're going to be miserable. So properly size your system for your home. Cannot stress it enough. If you call somebody out for an estimate and they do not do a heat load calculation, do not go with them. That's my professional advice. Because if they're cutting corners on properly sizing your system, you can only ask, where else are they going to cut corners? Because the most important day in the life of your air conditioning system, your heating and air conditioning system, is the day it's installed. The quality of the install is going to determine how well it performs and how long it lasts. There is no greater impact to the quality and lifespan of your system and the comfort you receive from it than properly sizing it and installing it correctly. So don't go with somebody that's cutting corners. The next thing you got to look out for, ductwork. You can put in a brand new system, state-of-the-art, high efficiency, properly sized heating and air system. But if your ductwork is not sized properly and your ductwork is not insulated properly because it's older ductwork, it's filleted open, meaning it gets laid open. It's still transporting the air, but the insulation and the vapor barrier have come off. It's going to cost you more money. If you go into your attic space or your basement space and it's hotter in the wintertime or cooler in the summertime than your house, or cooler than it should be, there's a good indication you have a lot of duct leakage, either air actually leaking out of the ductwork or escaping radiant transfer. The insulation's not there. Now, you're not going to transfer the heat out because hot goes to cold, all right? So if you've got cold air, you're going to be absorbing heat. Listen, when it comes time, one of the most expensive things you're going to do in your home is replace your heating and air conditioning system. I'm talking about the necessities you have in your home. I'm not talking about adding a pool or putting in the greatest landscaping and barbecue pit the world has ever seen. I'm talking about the home you have, replacing the things that give you the creature comforts of today. Replacing your roof is going to be a significant investment. Replacing your heating and air conditioning system is going to be a significant investment. So make sure it's done right. Make sure the contractor knows what they're doing. Just because they're a licensed contractor doesn't mean they know what they're doing, and it doesn't mean if they know what they're doing, they're going to do it. Most contractors are good contractors. Most contractors are going to do the right thing. Unfortunately, not all of them. So just make sure you're getting the right contractor. Make sure they're licensed, make sure they're insured, make sure they carry the proper bonds. Ideally, find somebody that drug tests and background checks the technicians, the people that are coming into your home. If you're in a state like California, anybody that is selling you an air conditioning system, water heater, water treatment system, a panel upgrade, landscape lighting, needs to have a license issued by the Contractor State License Board. So find out the state you're in if there's licensing requirement for the salesperson that's selling to you in your home. Again, if they don't have that license, if they can't provide that licensing to you, you've got to ask what else are they not doing the way it's supposed to be done. It's too big of an investment. Your family, your comfort, your safety, your health is too important to cut corners. So just a few pieces of advice when replacing your HVAC system, your heating, your cooling system. Do not undersize, do not oversize, do a heat load calc, size it correctly, check the ductwork, make sure your ductwork isn't undersized, make sure your static pressures are measured, make sure you have enough supply and enough return air, make sure you do the right thing, you hire the right contractor. Spend a little bit more now to save a lot in the long run.